Today I'm sharing with you something that's a little bit personal, and I hope that the story encourages you. Hey guys, welcome back. I hope that you're having a good week. If there's a certain dream that God has put in your heart that you feel like you've been trying to manifest, just trying to make happen in your life, but it's not working, I just want to encourage you that if you are surrendered to God and your life is surrendered to Him, and this is truly a dream that He has given you, it's something that He has really called you to, God will make it happen, and you can trust Him to make it happen. I know for me, there are things like that I have had a desire for, and I still do, things that have not been fulfilled in my life that I really believe are from God and that He wants to see fulfilled in my life. If you're in this situation, I know it can be easy to be discouraged because our sights can be set out so far ahead of us and we think it's right there. And then each day or each year that it's not coming to pass, it's easy to lose hope for those things. But here is where my little story comes in that I wanted to share with you guys. Junior high, I would say, was just a critical point in my walk with God and kind of just really realizing how much He loves me and how much He has a purpose for me here on this earth. At that time, or at least prior to junior high, I was always really quiet. I was pretty insecure, but for some reason, I remember, I think it was 7th grade and it was probably for English class, but we had to write about something that we wanted to be in the future. And for some reason, I said I wanted to be a motivational speaker. That was just in my heart. I wanted to be someone to encourage people and uplift people. I saw myself traveling around and speaking places, and to understand how different this was from who I was such a quiet person, but God had really given me a heart to love people and a heart to encourage people. Even though that dream and actually living that out in the way that I envisioned was so far from where I was at that point in my life. But I actually held on to that dream for quite a while. I just had and still have a passion to touch people, to encourage them, to bring light to them, and to help kind of pull them out of darkness and out of pain and out of all the yucky things that we do not want to be in. Somewhere along the way in high school and thinking about college, that totally got lost. I mean, just that desire to do that. I think we can all relate to that sort of thing. But I would say it was probably a few months into YouTube, and this is literally like well over a decade later, after God kind of dropped that dream into my heart. And I realized, look what I'm doing on YouTube. And it might sound so obvious to you, but you haven't been on my journey of how He's grown me. Like, who you see right now is not, I mean, praise God, but it's not who I was when I was 12 or 13. It totally warmed and uplifted my heart when I realized that, yes, I'm not traveling or doing something grand. I mean, this is just a humble little YouTube channel. I'm just in my living room and I'm talking to you. But just the fact that I'm talking to you, just the fact that God has grown me into someone who has something to say, who has the courage to say it, and by His grace has the audience, and by your grace and your kindness, I have someone, you, sitting right there listening to me and giving me the opportunity to share things that God has put on my heart. And that is just so beautiful to me. When I realized that I was doing something that I had dreamt of when I was a teenager, but yet seemed so far away and I just forgot about it, it just really profoundly spoke to my heart. Certainly along the way, I never lost the desire to love people or touch or encourage people. That has absolutely always been part of who I am and part of just the passions that God has given me. But I never actually saw the path to be where I'm at today and fathomed just being at this place where I'm just sharing my heart with you and hopefully encouraging you. It might sound kind of dramatic to say, but this is my dream. Not having a YouTube channel, but impacting you, loving you. This is who God truly has made me to be, and I feel so alive and so blessed that I get to do exactly what He's put in my heart to do. So how does this relate to you? God has made you to be very unique. Even if you don't realize it, you have very special and unique dreams in your heart that He has put in there. So many times in life, they just get stifled out because we feel the pressure to bring in an income, to make money, and to do all these other things in our life. So maybe this message is for you. If you're someone who's just buried down all the dreams that you have, maybe right now through this video, God just wants to spark those up in your heart again and remind you that those are there, those are important, and He put those there for a reason. If that's the case, I hope that this message does that for you. Or maybe you're on the other side of the spectrum where you are just striving and working and trying to attain some goal, but it's just not lining up. And if that's the case, it probably is not God's time, because if it was, it would be happening right now. So if that's the position you're in, I just encourage you to seek after God and to seek after what He is calling you to do right now. Look what's in your life around you this very moment, and I assure you He has called you to that. Whether it's your family, whether it's a different job that's not your dream job, focus on what He's put in front of you right now, and remember that He has not forgotten about those dreams and that He has a plan to see those fulfilled. But you need to be seeking after God, not seeking after the fulfillment of that dream, and it will happen. Just like I wasn't seeking after this to happen, like starting a whole YouTube channel and stuff. YouTube and everything like that was very much something that God led me to do. And I truly believe that if you just are seeking after God in your life, He will bring to you those opportunities and all the different connections and integral parts of the dream that you have. He will bring those all into the picture. It's not going to be something that you do. And when it's something that God does like that, then God gets the glory. And everything is so much more beautiful that way. What you end up doing or achieving or creating in your life is not something you did by your own blood, sweat, and tears, but it was something that God did mightily by His grace and by His love for you. And those are the chapters in my book that I want to be there. I don't want it to be about me and everything that I did. Anyways, that is my little story for you of how God kind of brought something to life that had been just seed in my heart, and He made it into this beautiful blossoming thing. And I just believe that He's going to continue to grow and that He'll continue to refine me, to refine what I'm sharing with you. And I just pray that I can continue to be a genuine blessing to you and that you truly are able to encounter the love and the heart of God through me and through my videos. That is my number one desire and the number one reason that I'm here on YouTube. If you have anything to share relating to this topic, any stories to tell of how God kind of brought things together in your life or kind of brought a dream to fruition in your life when you weren't expecting it, I would absolutely love to hear, and I know it would encourage other people as well. But thank you so much for watching. I love you, and I hope you have a beautiful day because you're absolutely worth it, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!